I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psych Hacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is neglected kinds of love, space. So this is a continuation of my series entitled Neglected Kinds of Love, in which I look at the concept of love through a spiritual lens by examining how the divine's relationship to the created universe reveals properties of love. And one such neglected property that I'd like to discuss today is space. I'm going to argue that space is an attribute of love, a kind of loving. But before I get into it, please remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel. It takes less than a second, costs you nothing, and it's how you can support me in my mission to deliver free, high-quality content to the world. Thanks for your help. Usually, when we think of loving, we think of closeness, we think of togetherness, we think of merging with the loved one. However, I would like to argue that space, that separation, is also an attribute of love. Space is the container of all that exists. From a purely physical perspective, space is the field in which matter exists. Everything that exists materially exists in space. Without the container of space, no life is possible. It would have no place to be. So you can see that space, the field within which life becomes possible, is a form of generosity. It allows life to exist. Therefore, it's a kind of love. Space is also useful. For example, it's the empty spaces of a house that we live in. It's the emptiness of the cup that holds the drink. We build structure, but we use emptiness. Without space, there is little that can be done. Space is also an extremely important component of passion and sexuality. One way to extinguish a fire is to smother it. Space to sexuality is like air to a conflagration. It's the element that allows combustion to occur. Without it, there is no flame of passion. Finally, space implies freedom. It does nothing to impede the motion of physical bodies through it. So we can see that there's a kind of trust and respect in space. It suggests that you're allowed to go where your motion naturally impels you to go. Recognizing space as an attribute of love is to understand that freedom of movement is an essential component of loving. It deserves greater appreciation in the collective consciousness. What do you think? Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and see the About tab for more information on donations, consultations, and sponsorship opportunities. Thanks for listening.